big day tomorrow, big day. Big day, and I think we're going to do very well in Wisconsin.
Tomorrow, we can end the presidency that has divided this nation.
We are going to win 4 more years in the White House.
Tomorrow, we can put an end to a presidency that has fanned the flames of hate across this nation.
Racing across key states. This is the final push. Trump, Biden, and the battle for the White House.
Right now, the campaigning is going late into the night. The vice president is on stage in Kenosha, Wisconsin. By all polling, the Mr. President is behind Mr. Biden in that key swing state.
In Missouri and Illinois, early and absentee voting is over, ending a few hours ago. Once again, we have seen multi-hour long lines as the record-breaking voter surge continues. Good evening to you. I'm Corey Stark.
I'm Samantha Jones. We are just 8 hours away from the polls opening on both sides of the river. News 4 is bringing you team coverage of last-minute concerns, the last-minute voter push, and much, much more. We start with Kim St. Onge. Kim, tonight, many questions about how safe your vote will be tomorrow and what you can and can't do.
Right, Sam. So we do know that the FBI will be monitoring these polling locations like the St. Louis County Government Center here in St. Anne. This is the old Northwest Plaza. These signs you see, of course, those are allowed, but they'll be looking for any signs of voter intimidation. That is illegal. The other thing that's illegal is bringing a gun to the polling location. You are not allowed to do that in either Missouri or Illinois, and you could get in some serious trouble. But I'm learning tonight it's not just what you're carrying with you, it's actually what you could be wearing that could also get you in trouble. In Missouri and Illinois, it's illegal to wear a hat, shirt, pin, anything with a candidate's name or slogan on it to vote. You're also not allowed to pass out flyers or anything designed to sway voters inside the polling location. That's called electioneering, and you can be forced to leave if you don't play by the rules. If you are going to wear something with a candidate's name or slogan, hold a sign, or pass a flyer out, Missouri law requires you be at least 25 feet away from the polling location, and then in Illinois you have to be at least 100 feet away. The only thing political you can wear to the polls is something with a generic saying, so that would be something like vote or a message related to a social issue like climate change. Voter intimidation is also illegal and can get you in trouble with the FBI. Voter intimidation is considered threatening someone to vote a certain way or trying to prevent them from casting a ballot. All right, so if you do encounter any sort of voter intimidation when you are here at the polls tomorrow, first thing you can contact your election judge. But if you're not feeling comfortable, if it really escalates, feel free to call police. I did call around tonight asking some area police departments, okay, what are your plans for that? Are you going to be monitoring these polls tomorrow? Corey, St. Louis City PD says they are not planning to have specific officers at the different polling locations. St. Louis County Police are telling me that they may or may not have officers at some of these different locations. Good information there from Kim St. Onge in St. Anne. Thank you very much. Something catch your eye at the polls that just doesn't seem right? Send News 4 your concerns. Email electionstl@kmov.com. Along with tracking the results, News 4 is working to clear up any confusion that may happen on Election Day.
Here's another no-no tomorrow. No selfies. Snapping one while you're in the voting booth is illegal in both Illinois and Missouri. You also can't take a picture of your completed ballot. So instead, maybe snap that picture later once you get your I voted sticker. Fact of the matter here is no election is smooth. We know there will be problems at the polls tomorrow, from questions about registration to possibly voter intimidation issues. That's why Missouri Election Protection is planning to have attorneys manning locations ready to help you.
People may be worried about who else they may encounter at a polling place, if there might be poll watchers or disruptive actors at the polls. But we are here to provide assistance to all voters and to make clear that all voters have a right to vote free of any intimidation or any impediments at the polling place.
If you need the Missouri Election Protection Hotline, it is free. You just have to call 866-OUR-VOTE. Attorneys will be available from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. tomorrow.
St. Louis County's election board making a last-minute change tonight. Tents are now set up at the election board location in St. Anne for voters who have recently tested positive for COVID. Initially, ballots were being delivered to anyone quarantined. However, the Board of Elections became overwhelmed with requests and opted to also set up those tents.
We will have 12 workers out there in PPP, as well as our election workers. They're far away from any other people. They're at the far end of the parking lot, so there'll be no no danger whatsoever of anybody being contaminated.
It is important to remember the tents will only be available at the St. Louis County Board of Elections office in St. Ann, which is the former Northwest Plaza.
New tonight, another sign of election anxiety. Businesses continuing to board up. We captured crews tonight putting up plywood on the windows of this Walgreens near Lafayette Park in South City. Concerns over civil unrest remain high as voter turnout skyrocket, and the push to get out more isn't over. News 4's Alexis Zotos joins us live from Midtown. Alexis.
Well, that's right. Central Baptist Church here will open their doors at 6 a.m. It's one of the many polling places that is expecting to see major turnout tomorrow for the election. State of Missouri estimates 75% turnout tomorrow. That is the highest since the 1992 election. That's what they're predicting. Now, everyone is telling us that their anxiety, well, that is at an all-time high, and they are finding ways tonight and tomorrow to cope with the election.
The message is clear. Your vote matters. On the other side of the Tam Avenue Bridge in Dogtown, a final request. Just vote, damn it.
And it's really about just motivating St. Louis voters.
We've seen record-breaking numbers of absentee voters, and turnout is expected to be huge on Election Day. And so are the emotions.
I think most of us have emotions all over the board. You know, we're nervous, we're excited.
At Yes Honey Fitness Studio in the Grove, they're offering a meditation class to help calm emotions.
This would be perfect if we do it the night before, because people are just going to be so anxious and want to be together safely.
The American Psychological Association found 70% of people feel the election is a significant source of stress.
Just centering ourselves as a group together and not feeling alone and isolated and scared before the election.
And at the Royale, a bar in South St. Louis, they're prepared with alcohol to help people watch the results come in.
I am fully stocked here and licensed by the state of Missouri and the city of St. Louis to be able to prescribe what you need in forms of cocktails and beer.
For years, they've held watch parties on election night, and Tuesday will be no different.
Without a doubt, people definitely don't want to be home alone. They want to be around their neighbors and their community in a place where they feel comfortable to be watching this.
So the Royale will not be able to have the normal amount of people that they have for that watch party, really limited at around 40 people because of COVID restrictions. That's why we're seeing not a lot of the big watch parties that we would normally see on election night. A lot of people telling me tonight that they plan to just watch at home on their TV, maybe turning it off just to give themselves some calm at times. Corey?
It will be a much different election night, Alexis. Thank you. If you are trying to plan your day around when you'll vote, Missouri polls are open from 6 a.m. until 7 p.m. In Illinois, polling places operate under those same hours. And if you are in line by 7 o'clock, you still have the right to cast your vote. If you're not registered, Illinois is one of 21 states that have the same-day registration. It must be done at a local election office or permanent polling place.